Welcome back. The interrogation room underwent some changes while you were away.
And Yulish isn't here to ruin the countdown. Hello, friends. Tonhu, J-Monkey, welcome. Session 30. We are... what are we? 1 hour... No, 1 year and 6 months in the future. Or in the present, rather. Let's see, a map of Castarson. So the group is split in two. Aelmar / Virgil. The recap is over to you today. Take it away.
When last we left our faithful adventurers, we were split into 3 groups, so we're improving. We are now in only 2 groups, So, we ran the groups in the order Atlas, our cleric, who was by himself attempting to evade the Red Temple guards through the basement of the Red Temple. He ran through the Red Temple basement, fell over like twice, attracted the group attention of at least 2 separate organizations. and was eventually captured by a mysterious skull man who kicked him really hard and taken by the temple defender. Yeah, that was fun. Then Aylmar, me, and Caleb, our ranger, we both managed to successfully escape from the failed rescue at the Red Temple, and we went back to the 3 Coins Inn. We paid very unfairly 20 coins to stay at the 3 Coins. And we discovered that, well, we decided that we would go back to the Red Temple under cover of darkness to try and find out where the others had been taken. And maybe attempt to rescue if that's necessary. At the 3 Coins, we discovered there was a man there we'd seen previously at the Rook, and we decided to talk to him. But he'd already come to talk to us at our room, and he's Barnaby, the Baron's old right-hand man from back in Selma. And with his cooperation, we were able to open this door and step into the room that you can see on your screen now, presumably.
Yep.
And this room was where Henrik Vidar, the scholar who we were sheltering before we time skipped, he's lived here for some time. He left and never returned. The man at the door is Sir Lorente, a Vanquist who we were also allied with, a man he's hired in the past. And he said he would pay him a silver coin for every month he stood here, and he's been standing here for at least a year. We extracted this information and managed to prove that we knew Sir Lorente and Henrik, and I paid the man who let us into the room, and then he's now under our employ, believes us about him. We also discovered an old wine cellar here that doesn't seem to have been used much. We discovered from our notes that Henrik was focusing on gathering research on Aetheryte as opposed to actively researching Aetheryte, and he was heading out to the marketplace with 12, I think. Yes. And they haven't returned from there, and they've been gone months. Barnaby's gone back upstairs to drink, I think. We're about to leave to go to the Red Temple as soon as darkness falls. The other group, the 3 that I haven't told yet, Azan, Ruha, and Satsuka, were all captured by Red Temple forces and have been locked up in a prison.
Yeah.
They've lost all of their items, all of their armor. They're just there. Azan tried to cast a spell and has been fitted with a magical restraining bolt, as it were, that prevents the flow of ether, so he can't cast magic. The sergeant of the prison came in and told them and did quite the villain monologue. Actually, no, I missed the important fact. Sir Lorente, the Vanquist, is also locked up in that prison with them, and it looks like he's been there for some time. Then the sergeant of the prison came in and did some, at least B grade, but quite possibly A grade villain monologuing at the party members there, going through their files. He's still under the impression that Edward's real name is Bushley.
Maybe it is.
Yeah, who knows? I honestly based my conclusion that Edward's real name is Edward because when he wasn't used to Roll20, he forgot to change his name from Edward. So I think that's the original identity, but that's out of character knowledge.
Maybe it's 4D plus. Who knows?
And he does always use Edward when talking to high Red Temple authorities. And they're the only people he seems to respect. But that's beside the point. So the sergeant was telling them how much fun he was going to have torturing them and finding out exactly what they knew. Then the High Palisar, who has a name, decided to
like Ulmer, I believe, something like that.
Lerik
That's how I
Umar.
wrote it.
Then, is that right, Trey?
Like Ulmer.
Like Ulmer came in and asked the sergeant to leave quite forcefully. He's the ranking authority over He's performing much of the Paladin's duties while the Paladin is fighting the war in the north against the Larian Alliance. And he said he doesn't think we deserve to be locked. He said he doesn't think the four who are in prison, because Edward is there as well, by the way, deserved to be locked up. But the only way he can pull rank is if the four in prison currently confess to the crime of high treason, which brings them directly under his authority as part of the war effort, as opposed to the authority of the city mayor, which is where they are now.
We must confess to be spies for the Larian Alliance.
Because that's the only crime that beats attacking the Red Temple.
All right. Beautiful.
And I think that's everything.
Does anybody have
Yep,
anything they want to add?
We told, like Ulmer, the High Palisar, that the Duke's people worked for the End Templars, just in case that comes to be of interest.
And also, the last thing I should mention, when pressed for a reason to trust him, the High Palisar spoke an Eba phrase that Marvi commonly used, who is a Ildaman Eba, corrupt person who is also was on our side way back when, but we're not 100% sure where she ended up.
Her name was crossed off, or no? Was it?
No, Hennick's name is crossed off.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that brings us up to now, my dear stream. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Over to the DM.
Fantastic. Thank you. Hello, Iggy. Welcome. Thanks for subscribing. It's a shame your subscription didn't come with a message that I could read. So, we have Aylmar, and we have Caleb, also known in this case as Sargon and Pels, in the hidden back storage room of the Three Coins Tavern. Over to you guys. It is early afternoon. What are you doing?
Still early afternoon.
Yes. We decided we were going to wait until nightfall before we headed back to the Red Temple. Do you think we should still go with that plan, Caleb?
We should, but do you want to go to the bazaar to get some more info?
I'm quite happy with the information Barnaby has been able to give us, and I don't want to risk showing our faces any more than we absolutely have to out there. An attack on the Red Temple isn't going to go unnoticed.
All right then. Shall we wait until then?
Yes, I think we should.
Press T to wait. Is there anything you guys want to do while you wait? And also, what do you want to wait till?
What time is sundown?
I mean, there are no clocks, so that it's not a matter of time. You can just say sundown.
Sundown. Okay.
You don't live in a palace.
Outlander is going to become a watch magnate. People have timepieces after this
What was
campaign is
that?
over.
You're a bit hard to hear when you turn away from your mic.
Sorry, I said I'm going to invent the wristwatch later in this campaign just to watch me. Now, watch me. Sorry. We should
Wow.
wait until sundown and then make our way through Custas into the Red Temple. You're disguised in your cloak, I'm disguised in my traditional Evo garb. I think we should be fine.
All right.
I think so too. Can I use that time to spend on searching through the room again? Like specifically, is it a pile of garbage over there, or just random papers that Hannah had?
At a glance, it's a mix of books and papers and other random objects.
Now I'd like to use the time to sift through these, use a long. Well, we have hours, right? So use those hours to sift through those documents. Thingy.
Sure.
Do I have advantage?
One moment.
Apple's going to look through books.
Alright. River farthing, 3 coins in. There you are. You want to look through the pile? What are you looking for?
Nothing specific, anything that caught attention, maybe? Like some random object that might have told where Hennick was.
You're looking for some kind of clue.
Yeah.
Alright. If you want to spend a couple of hours looking through, you can have advantage.
Okay.
Elmar, what do you want to do in this time?
I would like to turn my attention back to Panic's notebooks.
Sure.
And I'd like to spend a couple of hours going through that, seeing what he was able to conclude. I assume it's written in Denevan.
Yes. Are you looking for conclusions about...
I am looking. You mentioned last time I looked through this that he hadn't actually done any research into Aetherites.
It didn't seem so. It seemed more like he was more focused on building up a collection.
Yes. I'd like to go through this book to see if I can see any indication of the volume he was after and where he would have gone to get it.
Sure. Alright, give me an investigation. With advantage.
If I'm spending the same, yep, investigation advantage.
Yep.
17.
17, and you rolled a 23, Caleb. Okay.
It's a heaven and hell roll.
It is. Let's have a look. So, Caleb,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of these books look like somebody has gone through them, occasionally scrawled some notes like something is circled or something is crossed out, and then tossed it aside as though they've spent all the usefulness of the book. Most books seem to not really have much markings in them at all. It looks like they were opened, they were skimmed through, and they were tossed aside. Some books do seem like they were used. The phrases, given everything you've experienced, the phrases are relatively mundane. Had you known nothing about Aetherite a couple of years ago, the phrases would be bizarre, like reports of different levels of corruption and weird things like that, but it's basically nothing in comparison with what you've seen. It's like he's just gathering little tidbits and fact. Nothing really stands out as particularly interesting. It looks like he didn't get far into whatever research he was starting.
Okay.
Aylmar.
Hey, how are you doing?
You have a closer look through the same notebook you skimmed through before. It looks like, while a lot of it is lists of titles and whatever useful contents you could get out of them, occasionally there's a page of what looks like brainstorming. There is a page where it looks like some kind of diagram that involves large, it's like a cross-section of mountains land with civilization on it and ocean, and arrows pointing sort of up and down and through the ground and up into the air and across the sky. You can't make much of it. Were you from modern day Earth, you would think it was someone's attempt at understanding the precipitation cycle or something like that. But Aylmar, it's strange. It's weird. There are some other things in here. There is a list of corruption features that go some way beyond the commonly known 6 steps, where 6 is complete loss of your identity and self. Beyond that, there are symptoms listed that have question marks after them, and you suspect that maybe he went through the titles and kind of guessed at the stages of corruption. Nothing that's on this list, though, really matches the so-called ether ghouls that you found earlier, though. They seem to be far even off this scale, which goes up to about 10.
What's the symptom listed? What is the symptom listed at 10, for example, on Hennick's scale? If I found...
What's under 10?
Yeah, what's under... I know what 6 is. 6 is like
So
complete different from reality. I'd be curious as to 7 through 10, but I'm asking after 10 because it's the most extreme.
So between 6 and 10, rather than primarily affecting the mind and humanity of the subject, 7 through to 10 seem to be more focused on affecting the body of the subject, and rather than depleting their strength and their will, it seems to be giving them a new strength and will, as though the humanity is sucked out and something else is replacing it. Gaining new behaviors, for example, gaining new strength.
Interesting.
And there's a few other pages that are similar. It feels like looking through the ramblings of a conspiracy theorist. Nothing else you can really make heads or tails of. These stand out most to you. As to clues for where he might have gone, just judging by the titles around here, there are probably not many places in Costarson where you can even purchase books. The market, as far as you know, would be the most viable option for the common man.
Okay. I assume the time's getting on a bit. Now it's sundown.
So you guys have used half your time. If you want, you can have a couple more hours to do something, or you can wait till sundown.
I'm down 1 hit point. Would I be able to spend the time regaining that, or is that something that a long rest would do?
Regaining what?
My 1 missing hit point.
You can take a short rest and roll a hit dice, but you'll spend a hit dice doing that.
Yeah, I know. It's
Virgil,
all my
do
OCD than anything else.
you have
Sorry.
Discord's noise suppression on? Like the crisp thing?
Hang on, I'll just check. How's that?
Oh, if so, you may want to turn it off, because your voice was cutting off quite often.
I just turned the voice suppression off, the noise suppression off. Is that better?
Oh, probably. It'll get better,
Oh.
I hope.
Okay. Sorry, my new laptop's computer isn't. My new laptop's microphone isn't as good as the old ones.
Better so far.
All right.
Alright, so what were you saying? Did you want to do something else or wait?
Is there anything else you'd like to do, Caleb?
I don't think so.
The only Hennick things in this room are the piles of books and the desk, as we can see. Can I go through the desk and I'll spend this time looking for things that belong to Hennick, that aren't just his random piles of books and notes or the blankets over there?
Like what?
I'd be looking for if he had any sort of mementos, any sort of
Well,
objects, like...
I'm asking what you're looking for because how would you know it's his if you didn't see him have it?
Oh, fair enough. Good point.
If there's something that you know he owned that you're looking for, you can look for that. Otherwise, you wouldn't know either way.
Fair enough. In which case, since I am fairly sure the desk is his and in use, could I spend this time going through the drawers of the desk?
Sure. The drawers, when you open them, are full of papers, much the same as the writing in the book, but it looks like the book is more finalized versions of what's scribbled on the papers. You rummage through briefly. There isn't really anything in the way of non-paper objects. It just seems like he just crams his notes in here when he's done with them.
Okay, then. In which case, that's all I want to do.
Sure.
I'm very happy to wait and just go.
The door begins to open.
Barnaby.
Oh. Still here.
We were just about to head out.
Where are you going?
We're headed to the Red Temple. We want to see if we can find some information on where the rest of the party was taken.
That's where your friends were.
Yes.
Well, hopefully you can access the area. After what you described, it's possible the street is closed off. But
This is true.
perhaps not.
Would you know where... There were guards and palisades involved in the fight. Do you know where people who've committed such a high-level crime would be transported?
Well... I should have slept more. Let's see. Palisades are normally stationed at the White Castle or the palace itself. I don't know anything about any sort of prisons they have. There's the prison near the mayor's office. I believe that's over in the Duke's Quarter. I'm not sure where your friends would be taken. This city seems to be making less and less sense these days. I can show you where something is if you'd like to go for a stroll across the city.
That might be for the best. Caleb, what do you think?
Oh, I don't have any particular opinion.
Well, where would you like to go? Unless
Palisades
it's
would have been the Palisades would have been the ranking authority.
traditionally, yes.
Well, if they were involved, they would perhaps show us where the Palisades are based first, and then if we don't get any, and then show us the White Castle first, and then maybe take us to the prison near the mayor's house.
Normally, Palisades are beneath the High Palisade and then the Paladin. Paladin is stationed in the White Castle, but Palisades also have a duty to protect the palace. The White Castle is in Costa's Hill. The palace is its own district, up on the hill to the west. I can't go inside the palace. No one can unless you're invited. I can show you where the White Castle is, though. Near the market square.
Perhaps that would be best. Let's go to the White Castle.
All right. Put your hoods on. A little chilly outside.
Yes.
Perhaps.
Yes, and Caleb will put his hood on as well.
All right. All right. This takes us to the map of the city. So, the 3 coins in the River Farthing district. You guys are down here. Would you like to take a particular focus of going through side streets, main streets?
I'd probably like to stick to side streets. I'd like to go through the gate near the lower ward, not approaching the Red Temple so too closely, but seeing if anything's, like Barnaby suggested, if the area around the Red Temple has been sealed off.
Okay. You kind of, I don't know what your mic's doing, but you're hard to understand sometimes. It sounds like you're moving really far away from it sometimes.
How's that?
That's good.
All right, good. I'd like to go side streets, I think, and go through the edges of the lower ward, just trying to see if the area around the Red Temple has been closed off.
Sure, okay. Would you guys like to focus on going stealthily or keeping a lookout as you go?
Going stealthily.
I would be inclined to be stealthy as well.
Alright, give me stealth checks. Barnaby will do the same.
Ooh, that's high.
Barnaby isn't the quietest of people in his heavy armor, but he tries.
Can I also, during this transition, hear anything around that's worthy of attention, like people following us?
That's what I just asked you, whether you want to focus on keeping watch or focus on sneaking.
Never mind. Never mind.
Yes. You are keeping watch, you have passive perception, but yes. Alright, you come to this gate, which at this time of evening is, of course, open. And going a wide arc, we find a part where you can take a look at the Red Temple from a distance. It looks pretty normal out the front of the Red Temple. At a certain point, Barnaby stops near an intersection with a wall trailing off to the west, which leads up to a stout castle overlooking the area. The White Castle is up there. You might be able to get closer, but you won't be able to get in unless, well, unless they let you in.
They don't have a prison in there.
Oh,
They
they
probably have
probably do. But it's not necessarily a prison per se. More a holding cells, a jail perhaps. Although given the age of this city, could be anything under there. Where do you want to go?
Okay. We should probably visit the mayor's house as well, and see the other place they could have been taken to.
All right. He looks at Caleb for disagreement.
Caleb?
It didn't show any disagreement.
This way then, unless he's moved it. Okay, on this trip, you want to focus on keeping watch or sneaking.
I'll sneak again, but maybe Caleb take a watch this time.
Sure.
Yep. And I'll have perception, right?
Yes.
Oh no.
I think that's your worst perception pair this entire campaign.
Yep.
Alright. Caleb, everything looks kind of normal. It's getting dark. The clouds are covering up the night sky. There are lights about, but some parts of the streets are getting quieter. Some streets are still busy. And eventually... Actually, I'm going to mark this for you guys. White Castle. And the Merrill Manor. So, Barnaby takes you to a point where you can look down a street and you can see a grand old building that looks rather like a town hall. It has an ascent to the facade. There are a couple of statues out the front, and the road itself is a fairly busy one by the looks of it. That's the manor for the mayor. As you can see, it's well guarded. Yes?
I was going to ask a question about guards, but you answered it.
Yeah. At the front door you can see 2 guards standing with pole arms. Looks like a 2-story building at least. With its own grounds.
And the prison you mentioned nearby, is that here as well, or is it in the same building?
Actually, I should make those green to be consistent. The Judicial Hall is much further west across the whole city, near the entrance to the Palace Ward. That's where the actual prison is, but none of these places you can simply walk into. Not at this time of night, especially. What exactly are you hoping to do out here?
I'm starting to think the best course of action would be to talk to the... I don't trust the mayor. Sergeant Dorrell the sergeant went missing after talking to the mayor. And that's when everything started seeming to go wrong. I think our best bet might be talking to the Palisars.
The ones at White Castle.
Pardon?
The ones at White Castle.
Yes, we can't get into the Palace Ward.
You can try. I don't think I'd like to be there. I can wait nearby.
What are we supposed to do when we're at the White Castle? It's not like they let anyone in. I'm suggesting we sneak in.
You suggest what, sorry?
Are you suggesting us to sneak in?
I don't think we can sneak into the Palace Ward. It's walled and it's on a hill. People will be watching. I think the only way in for us to is via the actual gate.
Well, if your plan was to find your friends, I think walking into the Judicial Hall at today and making an inquiry like a normal citizen would have looked better. Now that it's night, you can't really walk into anywhere without looking suspicious.
This is true. I don't know if going back to the inn and spending the night and then making the inquiries tomorrow would be too late, though.
Perhaps not.
Do you have any other friends?
Is there any place that...
We really don't have any other friends at the moment, do we? I'm not... This is out of character now.
Yeah, out of character. I don't think so. Do we?
Like, what else? Like, there's the Venquist, who we know out of character is in prison, but in character we just haven't seen him. The Burrow's gone. The Red Temple's gone. I mean, Castasin is the Institute hated us 18 months ago, and I don't know if that'll have gone away.
We can try the bazaar.
I don't know if that's the wisest idea. That's the entrance to the underground. Okay. Here's what I think. Why have some of the titles turned yellow, Trey?
Those are ones that you guys have verified to be not friendly. Or verified / presumed, because the rook was yellow. But go
I don't
on.
know what. All right. The way I see it, we have. Well, in terms of things that won't get us killed immediately, we have a few options. We either wait until tomorrow and head over to the Judicial Hall and ask after the people who attacked the Red Temple. Probably best if I went alone. We either go to the White Castle and ask to meet with the High Palisar, or we go to the bazaar, like you suggested, and try and collect more information. But I don't know if we're. That's an idea. No, that won't work. I was thinking for a second, there were a couple of evil men who were defending the temple as well, but they were directly engaged in combat with me and they'd recognize me.
Yep.
They won't engage, and we can't, and you're an Ilderman, so we can't have you talking to the people who kidnap Ildermen and enslave them.
Like sending a sheep to a slaughterhouse.
Those are the options as far as I see them. Unless we send Barnaby to do the chatting with the Eber in the marketplace. Sorry, the bazaar.
But the safest of them all is the bazaar. So how about we head there, and then if that doesn't work out, we'll return to Three Coffers, wait for tomorrow, and then go to the Judicial Hall. And if that doesn't glean us anything, we can go back to like trying to meet the High Palisar.
If you guys go to bed, that'll end your section, and we'll go to the other group straight away.
Okay. What time is it, Trey? It's night now?
It's just
Or is
dark,
it
yeah.
like... I figured out a problem with going to the bazaar, Caleb. Everything will be shut.
And should we return and wait until tomorrow?
It's not a far walk. It's only a few streets to the White Castle.
So you're suggesting we go to White Castle now?
Why don't we... yes. I've got an idea. It's actually something I'm well dressed for at the moment. We go to the White Castle and ask if we can make an appointment with the High Palisar. I know how to throw my weight around.
Well, if it's, I don't have any better idea, and if Barnaby has better idea, we can do that.
Barnaby, what do you think? I think at this point we've been having a conversation in character.
Oh, okay. What are you suggesting to him?
I'm suggesting we go to the White Castle, and I use my position of privilege feat from my background to try and secure an audience with the High Palisar, make an appointment, or leave a message for him.
Your position? What position is that, exactly? He looks you up and down.
I'm from one of the Eber families down south, one of the trading families. We have a bit of clout still, provided Sargon hasn't run us into the ground.
Ah, your nobility.
Yes.
It might work. You're going there now.
If we use the excuse of the fact that I only just arrived in town late, we might be able. It might work. Besides, we don't have to demand to see him now. We could say that we've arrived in town and would like to meet with him as soon as possible.
It might do. I don't exactly have the high standing, well, a high opinion of people like that I used to. I'm just a mercenary now. Finding your friends sounds very difficult. Especially if you have no way to contact each other. Kostarson, it's a big city. It could be anywhere. It could even be out of the city.
This is true. Check spells list to see if he bothered picking up sending. Nope. Didn't. Whoops.
Something you might want to think about. If they are in the city, and if they're captive, and if they get out, where would you meet them? Where would they go?
The 3 coins. It's the last place we were all together.
It's unlikely that they're going to get out. If that blue man is still among them, at least.
Blue man? Yes, of course. As,
And to be frank, I'm at a loss.
Caleb, do you have an opinion?
No, I don't have an opinion.
Caleb, please have an opinion.
No. Like,
Look,
really figure out.
If Virgil had a character sheet as well, like as in me, the person talking to you right now, it would be the same as Ilmar's flaw, his character sheet, which is prone to questioning himself.
Oh dear.
There isn't any better idea out of character. There isn't any better idea, so
we do the White Castle thing?
Yeah, we do the White Castle thing.
Alright.
Right, back this way, but I'm not climbing the steps to the castle with you.
Fair enough.
A stealth or perception?
Want to split it the same as last time, Caleb?
Yes.
Stealth. Here's hoping for 2 better rolls, man.
And I'm going for perception.
Mm-hmm.
That's better than last time?
Significantly better.
14, 21, and Barnaby's stealth, which is
Dismal.
not good. As you all make your way back, what feels like about halfway there, Caleb.
Yeah. Sorry, I just saw these. Never mind. Ignore me.
And Tracy, Caleb, I'm like, shit.
While passing through an alley, you look up at the dark night sky, and you see in the sky
A bird.
a winged shadow pass overhead.
Oh, no.
It's a silhouette, so you don't know exactly what it is. But it strikes you as odd. It's a bird of prey, you know that. You don't know anything else.
Is Amarta around?
She's still in. She should be following us. I normally have her in the sky when we're traveling. I haven't had her I haven't had her on watch for anything in particular. I look through Amada's eyes.
What's Amada doing at the moment?
Amada, when we're traveling, since she can't really be more than 100 feet, I think that's in the skill description.
Right.
Just let me double check. Amada can't really be more than 100 feet from me and still retain the ability to communicate, so she's usually circling fairly low.
Is Amada's focus on being out of sight or on keeping watch for you?
Amada's not. I would normally have Amada be focused on keeping watch.
All right.
Because there's nothing
Make a
particularly
perception
questionable
check.
that help.
For
For the
Amada.
bird or for me? Okay. Let me get to my character sheets. Where's perception? Amada has advantage on perception rolls. Sorry, I have her advantage turned on already. Let's take the first one.
15.
17.
17. All right. Aylmar.
Hi.
Hello. You stop walking, close your eyes, and you shift your focus to your familiar, looking through Amada's eyes instead. It takes a moment to adjust, and then you have a viewpoint of the sea of rooftops below you. You look down, you recognize what's below you as an alley you just passed through. Amada is not far behind. And whilst gliding silently in the cold night sky, you look left, you see nothing interesting, the silhouette of the palace on the hill in the distance. You look right. A dark shape comes tearing toward Amada. And then your vision returns to you.
Oh boy.
Do I still feel the connection, or is it gone?
Amada's gone.
Your dream
darn
connection.
it.
Your dream connection got severed.
What's wrong?
My familiar. The owl. It's gone.
Barnaby glances upward. An owl? What happened?
Something attacked it. It's just a blur. Must have been... Caleb, you mentioned this to me, didn't you?
Yes.
Must have been the same bird of prey.
What do you see?
Only the... Myself, nothing.
He looks at Caleb. What's happening?
I just saw a dark shadow above.
Did it see us?
I have no idea, but judging from Elma's, well, it doesn't have any connection to his familiar, I say they did see us.
It did, yes.
Barnaby's gonna make a perception. It's too dark. I don't see anything.
Someone is watching us.
We'll keep
The only
moving.
person...
What person?
Out of character is this remark, not to Barnaby. I'm saying it to just Caleb right now. Yeah, at least 12 still alive. That's something. Don't know if that's helpful or not. All right. Continue to the White Castle.
Alright, and Barnaby takes you to the bottom of the steps that lead up alongside a stone wall toward the White Castle, which at this time of night is not white.
All right. Alma's going to head up the steps towards the slightly grey castle.
I'll be waiting, perhaps toward the market square.
I can't see this taking too long.
Caleb will follow Elmo.
The last time I said this, oh, I shouldn't have said that. The last time I said I can't see this taking too long, we were in a sewer for 18 months.
Alright, speaking of sewers, be right back.
How'd you get? Is there some sort of generator thing that generated that Alma thing for you?
Yeah, it's a generator, but it could have easily been done on like inspect element.
May 28th, 1002. I love it.
I didn't even notice the date.
I only noticed when I looked again. I like how Alma is verified. The real eating.
That's your feet.
Wait,
Yeah, that's your position of privilege feet.
Wait, aren't this like 1001?
It should be 18 months, and we were almost at 1,000. We were at 999.
It was only.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow.
18 months would make it.
Probably accurate.
Mhm.
Let me in.
Yes, fuck Sargon.
Look, you haven't met Alma's brother, but Alma's brother is kind of a dick.
Probably.
I don't believe it.
What's the
I believe
generator?
there's good in everyone's heart.
Let me link it to you.
I like the idea that I'd like the idea that if the party had like different Twitter handles, I can't work out what the 5 of them would be for like. I can work out I can think that like I don't know, Azan would have his and Ruhar and whatever, and they'd all have interesting handles. But Edward would create a new account every time I wanted to post a new tweet.
Either that, or he'd just change completely his like public image all the time. In his
Oh,
profile.
wow.
I've returned.
He returned. Doesn't make sense.
What?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. So, one moment.
One moment.
Una momenta.
Un moment.
Un moment.
Well, this is perfect.
Por favor.
Por favor, please. Choto mate. Can you please Choto? Okay.
Choto mate, Silvus played. Alright, I hope someone unsubscribed for that.
Efter åstando efter software det kommer inkorrekta på vår consulta el manual. You were using this translation software incorrectly. Please consult the manual.
Eh?
On there.
That's a good thing to put anywhere.
See.
Je disapprove.
She disapproves. right.
Oh shit, sorry. I think I moved Steve. Did I?
Wow.
I
I'm
can't
sorry.
believe you moved Steve.
Oops. Let's. There we go.
Oh.
I don't know whose art this is, I just found it, but it's perfect.
The moon is fractured. We just imagine it.
That's no moon.
Art?
That's no.
What does that mean?
It is for immersion purposes, since he didn't plan on going inside. Anyway, the two of you make your way up the walkway.
Yes.
Believer, you said Alma. It'll make you a real man, you said.
Alright. Is it even being picked up by ABS? It's not. There we go. Alright, you guys might have to turn that up.
Dog.
Dog. Okay, there is no one else on this stone path. But as you take a couple of turns, you do see at the top, that sounded like Elmar getting distracted.
I'm not distracted.
Oh,
Getting
People I
destroyed.
live with.
okay.
I'm still here.
At the top is a portcullis, and standing in front of it are two palisars. Halt!
I'll halt.
The White Castle is closed.
Yes, I understand. I apologize. I just arrived in town. I have business with the High Palisar. I'd like to. I would know it's not possible to see him at the moment. It's late, but I just wanted to, as soon as I got into town, let him know that Alma Tiglath was here to meet with him. If you could pass him on the message, I'd be very grateful.
The High Palisar.
That is correct.
You realize we're in a war. He's a busy man.
I understand. Please tell him I think he would be interested to hear what I have to say. I think it has to do with the safety of the city.
Give me a charisma check.
Alma never succeeds with his charisma checks.
Is there any way to help a charisma check?
Oh my fucking god. Nat
Oh
20.
wow.
Clutch. Not to mention your most wanted, but okay.
A Tiglath, you say?
Yes.
The High Palisar isn't in at the moment. He's out on business. You might be able to catch him.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that last sentence.
You might be able to catch him.
Ah, yes. Catch him tonight or tomorrow?
Depends on his temperament. He went to the judicial hall.
Okay. Well, I will head that way before heading to my inn for this evening. But if I don't see him, would he be here tomorrow?
The two Palisars look at each other. It's hard to say.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your help.
Be quick about it. Curfew is soon.
Out of character question, what time is
Yeah.
curfew? Like, how much time do I have?
It's not a matter of like there's no like clocks sort of thing, but you can estimate roughly like an hour or two of time. If you're not heading home from the tavern, you probably shouldn't be outside, kind of deal.
Okay. Is that enough time to get to the judicial hall and back?
The judicial
talking
hall
now.
is on the other side of the city. You don't know.
Or risk it for the curfew.
Risk it for the curfew. That's the saying. Risk it for the curfew.
Yep.
That is what people say.
Yeah, that is what people say.
Yes.
Sure, risk it.
Risk it for the biscuits, is
No,
what an
curfew.
Australian would say.
Risk it for the curfew.
Sure, yes, risk it. Yeah. Sure, risk it for the biscuit.
Hmm.
Before the curfew starts and we run out of biscuit.
All right. It'd be quicker if we traveled on main streets,
It would be much quicker.
and he's the High Palisar. He doesn't have to worry about taking high back streets. So if we're both traveling on main streets, we have a higher likelihood of running into him.
Presumably.
And if we don't actually run into him on the way to the judicial hall, all we've got to do is walk back to the River Farthing district. And if we take main roads, then we can still do it before curfew hits.
Sounds like a plan.
All right then. You keep your eyes open for the High Palisar, and I will also keep my eyes open for the High Palisar. If we're on a main street, it doesn't really make sense to be too stealthy anyway.
Okay. Okay, so you're going back down the steps, you're reuniting with Barnaby. What are you telling him?
I'm going to say to Barnaby, the Palisars have bought my story, as it were, and they are willing to let me see the High Palisar. They said we might be able to catch him tonight. He's gone to the judicial hall. We'll probably be able to catch him tonight if we head there by main roads. Other than that, we could return to the White Castle tomorrow, but I don't see. But I'd rather be quick about this. Time is of the essence.
I suppose you want me to go with you, show you the way.
We'd appreciate that, yes.
That would be great.
Get me a week's worth of drinks once this is all over, and consider it done.
Out of character question, how much is a week's worth of drinks going to cost me?
Depends how much you drink.
I knew that was going to be the answer.
Yeah, the end of all your fortune.
It depends. Oh, this way. Okay, main streets. 15. 8. Not many people about tonight. There are occasionally people on the main street. Small clusters of drunks being herded back to their homes. The occasional pair of guards. Some power tools in the distance, apparently. Can you guys hear that?
Yeah, I can just on the edge hear it.
It only picks up when I talk. When I talk, that's okay. Oh, no, it's getting louder. Oh, it's coming closer. What is this? Hang on, I'll be right back.
Oh,
Riiga is evolving. It has power tools.
Yes, indeed. Their names are Razan and Edward.
I have no idea. It sounds like somebody mowing the lawn very sporadically. Should pass. Alright. So, Main Street, we're headed that way. Nothing really stands out to either of you two as unusual. Barnaby check. Barnaby doesn't seem to notice anything either. For the distance we're traveling, I'll have you guys make another check.
Perception check.
Yeah. 21,
Well, Almar's
8,
consistent.
and... Nice. Caleb. That person back behind you down the street. They look familiar. Somehow.
What looks familiar somehow?
The person that Caleb can see when he looks back
Oh,
down
no.
the street. It looks like a woman
Oh no, not her again.
with long hair and armor.
Oh, come on.
Elma?
She's walking towards you.
It's that woman that shot me again. She is right behind us.
Trajan,
Yeah,
this is terrible.
alright.
Okay.
It doesn't matter because we're going to the other group now.
Uh-huh.
Really?
Just,
Yes,
you
really.
know,
This, I have to because of events.
Omar, you the most wanted man. Gave your name to people, and then this person appears right behind you. What a coincidence.
No, I didn't. I gave my name to 2 Palisars.
Yes. But yes.
Alright.
The I like the idea that and also I'm not the most wanted I'm not the most wanted man in Kastasen. Caleb's
One
the
of
most
the
wanted
most
man in
wanted.
Kastasen.
Yeah, the guy next to you.
No.
Wow. I like the padlocks we have on us now.
Okay. You do?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really nice.
Yep, really nice. I really love the fact that we're locked in here. Can't do anything.
Okay, we might be able to switch back and forth. It depends what happens, but I must switch.
Is that
Well,
coffee?
that's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Lorente.
Prison sound YouTube search.
Well, that's scary.
Oh my god. Federal prison
So loud.
sounds. Solitary confinement.
It's
What the
handy
fuck?
dandy D&D sound.
No.
Okay, so coming back to this group for a while.
Of course.
Last time, like Ulmer left, he told you all what to do, and he gave you the aforementioned phrased "tep aut" before leaving. And now it's over to all of you.
Oh, okay. Okay. We all are on the same page, right? We have to tell them that we are spies of the Laren Alliance. But we mustn't give them this information first. We must convince them. We have to resist first.
All right.
But how do we know we can
Dirt, man.
Yes.
We don't know. We cannot know. This is our only option. We're going to die either way. No difference to you. Just take a chance.
Take a chance.
Yeah, it's an ABBA song.
Okay.
I've got to agree with Ruha on this one, because worst case scenario, we die, but who knows, maybe we don't.
Yeah.
Ah. Right.
Look. I don't want you to die, okay? That's why I got into this situation in the first place. I could have run away. Just as easily as the others. Just as easily as Ilma and Caleb. That's what happened to them. Lorente.
Ruha, you don't know we ran away. You were inside the entire time. Just pointing this out.
Is
I don't like
is
the
Ruha
shade
going
of-
to have trust issues with
I don't
Caleb
like
and
the shade. I don't like the shade you're throwing here.
Yeah, say that to my face.
Oh no, the bells. Ah.
I'm going to straighten his avatar and there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh shit. Railroaded to be straight. Okay.
Oh, look, I have a plan. So, what if we pretend not to lie? So, we whisper about it while they're coming in, and then we pretend that we stop whispering, and then the guard's like, oh, what are you whispering about? And we will say, oh, nothing, we weren't talking. And then he thinks that he caught us doing something. And then we say, maybe we can offer a bribe. But then we might say, oh, maybe if he lets us go, the Laren Alliance will pay him very, very well. Just a hint. I mean, we're stuck here either way, if he doesn't believe us.
That's actually not a bad idea at all.
I have more ideas. What evil as well?
We don't need any more, I don't think.
No, we do. We need a follow-up.
Sure.
Like, we extra proof. If we say, none of you could find us for 1.5 years because we're not just normal people. We have powerful friends. We are expert spies, and you caught us, But we don't say that. We just hint it. Like, you couldn't find us for 1.5 years because we're so good. You finally have us.
All right. Yeah. The delivery would be a little different, but I understand.
Yeah. I let you. I do the brains. You do the talking. Yeah.
Sure.
That's just an idea. But we
It's
have
not
to
exactly here.
we have to pretend like we're not lying.
Yes, that's a given.
Okay.
Okay,
We need
first
to get angry.
they'll come in. They're
Who's coughing?
Fuck you. Okay.
Okay, you were saying.
When they
What are you laughing at?
I'm not laughing. When they
Oh, okay. Where are you going?
Alright,
Ruha.
give me a little break here.
Oh, a little break. Okay.
Yeah.
He tries to bend the bars. It's no good.
What is-
They're too strong.
What does that mean? What are you doing? Just
I can't break
get
them.
Okay, no, don't break them. That's not what I meant.
You.
Not break.
Why are you angry?
That's okay. I'm not angry. Okay, it's fine.
No, you're Ruha.
When they come in, we're going to chatter amongst ourselves. We're going to act like we were chattering amongst ourselves.
Yes.
And then they come in, and we act like, oh, we weren't doing anything. And then they start to question us. and then
Yes.
we don't give anything up.
No,
Give
no.
anything up until we are physically threatened to an actual serious degree. At which point, we will say, we will give hints as to our origins, as in us being spies.
Oh,
But we
oh,
don't
yeah,
say
yeah.
it
What if
explicitly.
when he starts pressuring us, we'll look to you like you are like a secret boss, and we can't do anything unless we have your permission. And then he notices us looking, and he's like, "Ah, you're the one in charge. I'm going to ask you."
That's also a good idea. You're coming up with
Everything I
surprisingly
say is a good
ideas.
idea. I don't know
Right.
what you mean.
I think that may be a good idea. You all can look to me when that's happening. And then in the end, I will give up and try to be as convincing as I can.
Yeah,
But I
we
think
will
among
corroborate.
us, there's one person who's very good at lying. I look at Edward.
Azan looks at Edward.
Ah.
You mean stepbro?
Don't use that word again, Azan.
Step? Or bro?
Okay, you're too good at playing Azan. This is not fair.
Who are you talking to?
That didn't even happen. Edward.
What didn't
It
happen?
is on the Deadpool of the Riiga universe.
Elmar, how did you go? Why can I hear
where
everyone?
did I hear you from?
Okay, okay.
Oh my god, I hear people in my head. Okay. Edward, you can be your pretend boss.
Alright.
I'm shuttering. Someone's coming. Oh,
Haha.
Oi. What are you two doing? You whispering? That's what I thought. Don't think just because the High Palisade came in that you got a single hope of getting out of here. No, Captain won't let that happen. You lot is doomed. You hear me? Oi! What are you staring at?
yes, I hear you.
Alright. Good. If I see you two whispering again, I'm moving you across the room. What are you looking at?
This is gone.
Go take a
Tells
seat.
him.
Don't stand at the door like some kind of dog wanting to be let outside.
Daz is away from the computer.
Perfect. Here we go again.
Does this guy have any keys on him?
Make a perception check.
Alrighty. A perception check. 15.
He does have a key on him. You don't know if it's to these cells.
Right. Not to these. Probable. Excuse me,
What?
sir. Well, you see, you fellas wouldn't happen to have a pair of glasses around, would you?
Pair of glasses. Do I look rich?
Ah, I
Wait,
mean, I
don't
would
answer
assume
that.
you get. Oh, you
We
see,
don't
I
have no
quite
glasses.
Oh, I see. I see. Or I don't see.
You can't see.
Or I wouldn't see.
He waves his hand across the bars.
I can't see very well. I'm gonna pretend like I don't see it.
Make a performance check.
That's a 13.
Oh, kind of useless, aren't you?
I mean, I try my best.
Best ain't good enough. Got you in here.
Yeah.
Oh, can't wait for the interrogation.
Alright. You wouldn't happen to know how the interrogation goes exactly?
What do you mean?
You know, do they got like pokers or
Torture?
cutters? Yeah, how does
We
the
ain't gonna
interrogation?
torture you.
Oh,
Sergeant's gonna ask questions. You gotta answer them. Interrogation.
ah, you're not gonna stick things under my fingernails and then hammer them in?
What the fuck?
If you come over here, I'll do it right now for you.
Over where?
Oh. Follow the sound of me voice. You're not deaf too, are you?
No, I can hear fairly well.
Then why'd you say over where? You're looking right at me.
I mean, you know, it's hard to know the exact distance.
Don't have to. I'll just grab your hand.
Oh, and then hammer something into my nail.
You seem to want it pretty bad.
I mean, I'd rather go without the whole nail
Why'd you
hammer.
bring it up then?
I was just curious if that was a form of
No one
interrogation.
said torture.
Oh, I see. I see. I get those two confused sometimes.
Classic priest.
Alright, I'm done talking to you.
Come back and it's just classic priest. I'm done talking to you.
Sebastian.
Psst, psst, psst. They're in alliance.
Shut up.
What was that? Did I see you two talking again?
No.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Oh. Thank God.
Pulls out a chair, sits down.
Oh, what?
He's sitting.
All right. So that's the thing.
Yep,
That's happening.
he's at his post. guys doing?
I'll go gesture to Satsuka to get closer.
You know, for a party that had one job, which was confessing to high treason, you're terrible at this.
Alright, let's
Kuro tries to confess high treason.
okay, let's initiate the plan.
I don't hear
Oi,
Hi.
gets up.
Get going.
What are you lot doing?
I was just
What are you
curious
whispering about?
about this one. You know?
No, whispering.
Yes, I was whispering about their fur. I wanted to touch it.
You sicko.
I mean,
Furries are in the first class.
I'm gonna have
living
to
breathing.
split you lot up. Start scanning cells. Oh. Can't separate yours. Shame the other room is so full. Why do you lot get your own room? Oh, need the keys.
Okay, look, is Edward gonna be the boss or me? Decide now. Decide now, quickly. Now. Satsuka. Azan.
Yes, you.
Azan.
What?
Okay, it's going to be me.
Okay.
oh, okay, make it convincing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. I can move you, or I can move you. Alright. You.
Yes.
Put your hands on your head. Do what I say.
Satsuka goes ahead and puts her hands in her head then.
He unlocks the door. Step out. He unlocks this door. In. This one.
That would open.
Just face through the cell.
He locks the door. And he locks this door. There. I'll do it. What are you looking at?
When are they gonna interrogate us?
I don't know, whenever they bloody well want to. You want to be
Alright.
questioned that bad, do you?
I'd rather get this over with.
Oh. This fella wants a death sentence. Oh well. Can't blame him. Got no hope anyway. Get the sergeant.
Oh dear.
Hey,
He's
fella,
gonna be good. What?
how about instead of moving cells, I move you to a higher place?
He looks at the ceiling. What do you mean?
You know, if we got out of here, there would be benefits in this for you.
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, you've been under the captain for so long. The captain, he's not really powerful.
You threatening Askin?
Threatening asking.
Captain Askin.
Threatening him? Oh, wow, no. All I'm saying is, there are bigger forces, bigger powers in this world, and the captain, that's not the biggest.
Like what? Name one.
Name 20.
And before you say the general.
Hey,
Come on. Name
just
one.
consider it, okay? Not going to name anything.
What do you mean? No, no, no. Get back here. If you know something,
Look.
you're telling me.
All right, all right. What do you want in this life?
What kind of question is that?
What do you want? Do you want a house? Do you want a wife?
I got a wife. And a house. Why are you asking about my personal life for?
What I'm saying to you, friend, is what you have right now. It's not anything like what you could have if you were with us. When are they gonna come in? Come
Make a deception check.
All right. Deception. 8. Nice. I said nothing.
Oops.
That's handsome. Just kidding.
All right. In walks the mage that you all saw earlier, the sergeant, Ernolfus, a couple of guards, and this man.
Trajan, you know how I've been saying captain? I meant sergeant. Okay.
I see.
Okay.
Well, that's a big portrait. Okay.
He's not anime.
Kind of.
Sergeant, Captain, prisoners are ready for interrogation. And, he leans into the sergeant and whispers something to him.
Yes. Oh, it's working.
The sergeant gives the guard a small nod. The guard looks pretty proud of himself.
Muck little fella.
Well, it was nice knowing you all.
Or did I mean the captain? I don't know. Which one's I?
Well, who's going to be first then? Let's see. Eeny, meeny, you.
Me? Why me?
No, 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 no. I'm asking the questions now. You're answering. The guard unlocks the door. Out.
Fine. Go slowly outside.
Takes you up
This is
here.
hard panels. That's totally not me projecting.
He sits you down and shackles one of your legs to the table leg.
Was that necessary?
And Ernolfus sits down and puts both his elbows on the table and leans toward you. No. I just find it helps a little. This way, when your leg is shaking from fear, we can all hear it. So...
Sergeant, wait. We have escaped from you for 18 months. No one has seen us. You think a peeny-weeny little shackle will indicate or do anything? I envy your innocence. I envy your naivete.
The sergeant sizes you up.
Real talk, Ruha, are you trying to get killed? This has been ILMR sarcasm quite often.
I'm putting a lot on the line, but I
He
hope
glances back at the man behind him in black, and the man behind him glances back at the mage, who comes here and casts something on Ruha.
Can I tell what it is?
Can you tell what it is? Just a moment.
Yeah, is there some way to tell through like the gestures and whatnot? Coughing.
Oh, coughing.
They really need to give Lorente some water.
You can make an Arcana check, Edward.
An Arcana.
Yep.
Arcana. That's a
Yep.
10.
A 10? It looked like whatever he did last time he was here.
Ah. Huh.
Nothing on him, sir.
Look at you, taking as many precautions as you can.
Oh, quiet. I see what you're trying to do. Trying to intimidate. See how far you can push the envelope. See what the limits are. Well, you've already gone past the limits. Let's see, who do we have here? Do you happen to know... Ah, the gentleman over there in the corner, chained up. Have you figured out who he is yet? Surely you've spoken to him by now. Go on. Tell me, who is he?
That's, really? That's what you're going to ask? You think that I'm not going to recognize a person? Do we have a better questioner here? Can you actually ramp it up a little bit?
All right. Did you meet the chief of the Red Temple? What was his name? Harrison, something like that. Ring a bell? Friend of yours, perhaps?
Harrison. Okay. What's the question? Where do you want to go? Don't
Well,
just ask me who.
He's a
if I've ever
prisoner
met
here as
someone.
well.
Okay, why do I?
Did you meet the overseer of the Institute? Argorolf, I believe. Yes, he's here as well, actually. We have quite the collection, you see, of people who are connected to you all in various ways, and they've been talking to us, cooperating, which is one of the reasons they're still alive. Lorente, Argarov, Parison. Oh wait, there's one more. What was his name? Ah, yes.
Are you gonna say Henrik?
Henrik. Close.
You are... what?
Very close. No,
Harvey?
Henrik's little brother.
Out of character, wait, what?
I also echo this opinion. Out of character, wait, what?
Did you ever meet him?
What was...
I'm told you did.
Alright, thanks for telling me.
what was
Very
his name
useful.
out of character?
Tillich.
Tillich.
Tillich. Thank you.
The point I'm getting at, Ruha, is that what the four of you tell us determines more than the fate of you all. It will affect the fate of Lorente, the fate of Parison, the fate of Argrolf, the fate of Tillich. Perhaps more. Who knows? It's a big prison down here. There's a lot of people waiting trial. The mayor is very keen to get to the bottom of this. And that's my job. Do you understand the gravity of the situation now, Ruha?
I'm sorry, half of the words you said were a little boring. Can you repeat yourself?
Oh, a small mind, I see. Let me try and speak plainly for you. If we have to, we will hurt your friends to get you to talk. Or is that too many words for you?
I'm sorry, who's this man?
Captain Askin. He's in charge of the Judicial Hall, and he's not going to waste his breath speaking to the likes of you.
Sergeant, do you put people down because you feel weak?
No, I put people down because you're scum.
I don't think so. You've been coming in here, speaking down to everyone. It's just, I'm really curious. People don't really do that unless they have a,
Quiet!
you know. Oh, did I hit a nerve?
I'm asking questions and you're giving answers, alright? No, I'm completely fine.
Sure.
First question.
Call me transparent.
Who do you work for? Who's in charge? Who's paying you to do all this? Or paid, perhaps? Psst. Oh, don't tell them. Quiet!
Shut up.
Don't tell them. So there is someone. Go on.
What, you gonna listen to this guy? Look at him. Corrupted. Out of his mind.
Oh, he might be crazy, but I don't think he's a liar. I'm quite a good judge of character, see? That's my job here.
I mean... Alright, not even gonna point out all the absurdities in that.
Just give me a name.
Even if I had one, you think I'd give it so easily?
Oh. Interesting. So there is no name. You work for... perhaps an order. The Vancrease.
Oh, what's...
No, they
What are
wouldn't
you
deal with
muttering
you.
about? What are you muttering
Who
about?
could it be?
Speak up.
Are there more in Kostarsen? There are, aren't there? There are more rats like you
Look,
hiding
friend.
in the shadows. Who could they be?
Are you gonna listen to the person behind me? He's corrupted, as I said. Why are you listening to him? I start to shake. Get real convincing.
Give me a performance check
Okay.
for your charade.
Performance.
Charade
17.
17. Ah,
You
I
don't work for
see.
anyone.
I'm making progress, aren't I? Do you even know who you work for? Perhaps you were given anonymous messages, promised riches. Who is it? Are they foreigners?
I'm not shaking right now, by the way. When he said, anonymous messages, I stopped shaking.
Okay. Ah. That's it, isn't it? You can't answer because you don't know the answer. You don't know who exactly you're dealing with. What would a group of ragtag foreigners gain from coming into Costarson, dealing with such forbidden materials, undermining the authority of the mayor? Do you work for... Oh, it couldn't be. The Duke of Lanabry, perhaps? Ring a bell?
Can I do a check on where Lenabry is?
A neighboring duchy.
Okay. So that's not in, like, the Learn Alliance.
It's not.
Still in...
It's arcane.
Okay. The Duchy of what?
Oh. Well, it's a relief to know that the Duke hasn't noticed what we're doing yet. Who else could it be? Our neighbors in Vastin. Leotine? No. Oh. Don't tell me. But I think I want to talk to someone else. Put him back in his cell. It's time to test some theories. The guard unlocks your leg and escorts you back.
So much progress. Good job, Sergeant. Amazing.
Have him
Amazing work.
gagged in his cell.
Fuck.
You know, I think the sergeant and I would get on.
he gags Riha and locks the door.
Okay.
Who to pick? The blind one. Yes. Bring him here.
Oh, I like to do a prayer before I go over there.
What are you praying for?
Oh, safety, protection, guidance at this dark time.
Make a religion check.
You know how Nicola, like, you wanted to take you under, but what Nicola did was pick you up with his head and threw you as hard as he could away from his protection. Your god is dead, Atlas.
No.
The door is unlocked.
Okay. I'm gonna...
Over here.
After my prayer, I'm gonna try to stumble over there. Follow the bars and... Really sell the I can't see good without those glasses.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me just do.
I had a character question before you start this interrogation. Can Atlas see? Like, can Edward see? Like, is it part of your character that your glasses were cosmetic, or are they? I'm genuinely
Edward can
asking.
see without the glasses. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, he's shot stuff at
He's sitting you
range
down.
successfully.
Okay,
Ah.
thank you.
Okay. Let me just
And
squish it there.
shackling your leg to the table.
Oh, I got. Oh,
Ah. Now, Brother Bushley. What?
nothing.
What's so funny? Wait, let me guess. I like this game. You're not really a priest, are you?
I mean, I'm just as much as a priest as Bold War is.
He tilts his head.
Just an inside joke.
Do you think Baldwar is a priest?
Well, no, he's obviously higher up.
That doesn't answer the question.
I would assume that he follows Nikana.
Would you? Then why did you run?
Differences in ways of preaching.
I don't believe you. Why did you run?
I like to run because it's a good exercise.
Why did you run from Father Baldwar?
It was simply a game of tag that went wrong.
Speak up.
You know how tag goes, right? Whoever can touch the other first is successful.
Edward, you're a priest talking about touching people.
Ooh. What else is he gonna do?
No, this is nonsense. This is gibberish. Tell me.
Uh-huh.
Why did you run?
If I could tell you.
Okay, when he says that, Roha like grunts and like little coughs while looking at Edward.
I'll straighten my back.
Quiet.
Right, we just had differences is all, and one thing led to another, and
Bushley,
Here we are.
Bushley. Of all the people we have captive here, you're the only one with an inkling of a chance to be let off. Do you realize that?
I mean, personally, no.
Well, I'm telling you now. Look at my face. Am I lying to you?
I can't really see.
Then listen to my voice. Do I sound dishonest to you?
Actually, I am kind of curious.
Okay.
Can I roll like an insight or something on that?
You can.
I actually am
a bit curious. That is not enough. That is a 7. I am.
You're not sure because you don't have a good opportunity to study his face without him realizing you can see.
Right.
This is your one and only chance to give us here the truth and save yourself. Because, let's be honest, you can't save anyone else here. They're too far gone. But you're a part of the Red Temple. Just tell us what we want to know, and you can wake up tomorrow in a safe bed as part of the temple clergy, and all this would have been a bad dream. Everything goes back to normal. And you don't have to see these lowlifes ever again. Just tell us what I want to know, that's all. What do you say? Who hired you?
I can't.
Let's start here. Inside Arcane or outside Arcane?
Well, I can say with honesty,
Speak up.
they aren't.
Wait. Lulin's outside Arcane, yeah?
Lulin? Yes.
Laren. Oh, Lulin.
Laren is
The
against
Laren
Arcane.
Alliance.
Oh, the Laren Alliance is along the
Yeah,
north
not
border.
Lulin.
Oh yeah.
Lulin's the continent, or whatever.
Yeah, Lulin's a while away. I don't know why you brought it's across the ocean.
Laren
The Laren
is
Alliance,
against Arcane.
yeah, along the top of Arcane you've got Laviscon, Seleucia and Velina. Those three city-states make up the Laren Alliance.
Yeah.
Putting it in the chat.
Is the alliance a historical thing, or is it something that's always is quite prevalent? It's something that's lasted for hundreds of years, or is it a recent thing?
When it's your turn, you can do a history check.
I don't get a turn. I'm in a different room.
There's a map for
I'm
you.
about to be killed.
There's no H in Arcane.
Yeah, just delete it.
In Arcane or outside of Arcane?
They are not a part of our city of life. Oh, Nickana, blessed be.
Good job. Out of character.
Ah. He glances back over his shoulder at the captain, who just gives him a nod. So, next question. Let's assume it's right across the border. So, are we talking east in Vastin or north in Velina?
It's definitely not west.
East or north? The more you tell us, the better we can protect you. You have my word. East or north?
I mean, I sometimes forget which way's which.
Vastin or Velena? Or neither?
Question: why is he saying Velina instead of the Learn the Lines? Out of just curiosity.
Because Valena
from where?
is the one on the road. If you leave Mevesdor,
Gotcha.
you can't
Okay.
enter straight into
So-
Seleucia or Lavascon.
Okay, because we're east of it. Okay, Arcane. All right.
Ah. Ah. East or north. Ah.
Vastin or Valena or somewhere else. Would it help to write it down, perhaps?
Write it down.
Well, feels like less of a betrayal to those who have hired you if you just write it down and I just have a peek at the paper. Your friends here won't even be able to see it. Just between you and me.
Ah. I see.
We're running out of time, Brother Bushley. Make a choice.
It's, eh. It, I.
Brother Bushley, I can't protect you if you don't tell me everything.
I can't.
You can't what?
I nod as he says he can't.
If I do, I mean.
Well, it's very unfortunate that it's come to this. Put him back in his cell. He's a lost cause. He unchains your leg, unlocks it. Yes?
I was gonna say, before he does the shackle, I want to step off and trip.
Do you want to try and get up?
Yeah.
You know you have 1 hit point.
Oh, wait, that hurt.
It might, depending on your dex save.
Literally dies, slips and falls. Okay.
Listen, I have to. I'll do it. I'll shakily get up and then trip myself.
Okay. Give me a dexterity save.
Wait, what?
I
Your
have
commitment to the bit is admirable.
12.
Oh god, thanks God.
Okay.
I
do
wish
not
it had been a crit fail.
Smack your head on anything as you fall.
You don't die today.
He unshackles your leg, leads you back to the cell.
Right, as he's going, I look at him and like nod a little bit, like I give an approving look.
Aren't I canonically blind right now?
Pretty much.
Can I even? Oh, okay, I go in.
And he locks the cell. Well, we've spent half the options. Let's try the mud. He unlocks the cell.
Sorry.
You racist.
Wait, he's told me to go yet?
Yep.
Okay.
You get guided to the chair. Your leg is shackled to the table leg. You can hold Alt to move your...
Yeah.
There you go. Oh. Now, you, let me think. Sartika, yes. The Ildaman. Now, I'm going out on a limb here because, as we all know, Ildermen are barely humans, and they're usually hired for some skill they have. Killing, stalking, animal things like that. Do you know anything, or are you just a brute for hire? Let's start there.
I'm just out of character thinking of what to say right now.
Yeah.
I need to urinate so bad, but it's important.
Taking a break soon.
Alright,
Patience.
it's fine. I could go for another hour. So adrenaline.
As far as getting information, I don't do much of that, but I know as much as the rest.
Alright, so it is worth talking to you. Well, since your two friends have been screwing around with me for so long, let's start off with a demonstration of where we are right now in this process. Place your hand flat upon the table in front of you.
I will do so.
You there, guard. Pass me your knife.
Little hands.
So, do I have to get my guard to hold your hand still? Or can you take it?
I can hold my hand still.
Good. He holds up the knife and, without any warning, slams it straight down, chopping one of your fingers off. We're going to a break.
Oh my fucking god. Jesus, Ilderman.
Alright, I'll be back in 5. Have fun.
Okay, that was nice.
You can ask me a question first, okay.
Look, you idiots. After Ruha got invited and warmed up, Atlas, all you had to do was confess and you could have avoided this. He handed you this confession on a plate and you didn't take it.
Listen, I was not sure where we were supposed to be taking.
Why did the biggest idiots in the party get locked up in a cell together? Not you, sir. Africa, you're fine. Everyone else, you're idiots.
I tried to act the most, like, weakest link member.
Edward, that just made you look like you were insane. The only yeah, like, you know, after this campaign is over, please, you have to tell me Edward's story on why he was properly the way he is. Oh my gosh.
I'd like to look at the terminology for what mending does now.
Mending. I think we're beyond mending at this point, Satsuka. He's hoping you lost one of the less important fingers.
I hope there's a way. I hope there's a way of like repairing the damage. Maybe, who knows?
Aesthetic, maybe.
Maybe.
There's a mage in the room.
There's a mage in the room. Imagine what Caleb does when he saw Satsuka in that state.
Caleb's not going to see Satsuka this time. Remember, we're about to die.
Maybe, who knows?
Trajan. Trajan knows.
Trajan, yeah, Trajan.
Wow.
I mean,
What do you mean, wow? This is all because of you, Mr. Wow.
Listen here. Don't put
Yeah.
all the blame on me. That's how it's always been. It's always been all the blame on old Atlas Edward.
No, it isn't. Blame is roughly split in the party like this: 40% of the time it's Azan, 50% of the time it's you, 10% of the time it's Ruha.
Wait, hold on.
I know because I'm the one normally blaming you people for these things.
That's 105%.
No, it isn't. I said 50, 40, and 10. That adds to 100.
Oh, I thought you said 45.
No. I can maths.
Can you maps?
Yeah, that's what I'm studying. I'm studying education. I want to be a maths teacher.
Now
So I'm just
difficulties is a thing.
I'm just following Ruha's guidelines, man.
All right.
You can't use the Nuremberg defense here.
I was just following orders.
I'm just following orders.
I'm back.
I don't think T's back yet.
Okay. We'll wait
Yeah.
a minute.
We
Listen,
were having a discussion. Does mending work on limbs?
Mending?
Yes.
It is only one break.
I don't think mending works on biological things.
Oh no.
Pretty sure it has to be inanimate.
It doesn't say anything about not being biological.
We'll get to that.
What are you talking about?
Okay,
But at the same time,
so he slams the dagger down. It goes through pretty much the first knuckle of the little finger on your right hand, Satsuka, and he leaves the dagger embedded, like where it struck in the table. You take 3 damage. Lucky. Give me a... If you're trying to withhold any sort of reaction, I'm going to need a save for you. If you're just going to scream, then you don't need to make any save.
Trying withhold.
Trying to withhold. Give me a constitution save. 8? You scream.
Oh.
You wail in pain. The chains rattle. And while you wail, he just talks over you. I hope we all understand the gravity of the conversation at this point. We're not going to waste food on Ildaman prisoners. Next is her hands, then arms, and then we'll just dispose of her. Are we all clear?
Yes,
Now.
we are.
Gather yourself. Breathe. It's just a finger. Nobody cares. Tell me, beast. Where did the people who hired you come from? Vastin?
North of Arcane.
Ah. North of Arcane. Progress. Finally. If you make another noise over there, I'll start taking your limbs too. Satsuka, you're cooperative. I like you. I almost regret taking a finger. He pulls the dagger out of the wood, sticks it into the finger which is detached and kind of holds up and looks at it. The one in the corner with the long hair. Do you answer to him?
We
I
worked with him. We don't. He's not the one that hired us, though.
He's being very noisy. Is this because he only cares about himself, or is this because you have some sort of... he has authority over you, say? You can tell me.
I am not too sure.
Fine. North, you said. So,
Yes.
you're from Velena, Seleucia? What?
Wait, is he asking where Satsuka's from, or where?
He said, are you from Valena or Solusa or something else?
Where are those places at? Because right offhand, I don't know.
Someone chucked a map in
screenshot.
the VTT chat. Circled
Oh,
is Lavascon, Solusa, and Valena.
Those are the Learn Alliance countries. States, whatever.
Which one hired you?
Mhm.
Or perhaps neither.
I'm not too sure where the person was from.
Fine,
We
okay.
were only given them through anonymous messengers.
And are they from the Laren Alliance or are they from further north?
The Laren Alliance.
I cover my head at this point. I'm like, I've given up on life.
Finally. We make progress. That wasn't so hard now, was it? You only had to give up just a little part of yourself. He pulls the finger off and just throws it randomly into the corner. Well, I suppose. He glances back at the captain behind him. Now that we know that we have spies on our hands, we don't need the Ildermen either way, do we?
Oh no.
He gets up and stands beside Satsuka. Sergeant, enough of that. As you say, Captain. We've gotten all we can out of them. I'll have a word with them now. Yes, Captain, of course. Alone,
Beautiful work, everyone.
please.
Sorry.
So, you're spies. Infiltrators. Trying to destroy our city from the inside. Is that it?
Is he speaking to all of us or to Satsuka?
He really shouldn't have done that, you know. But he's right. You're just an animal. I am required to hand you over. What a pity. Not you, though. You're staying here. To the rest of you, you won't get away next time.
Is the door closed?
Yes. It is closed.
Okay. I still have a gag in my mouth, so I can't speak.
I think I'm going to turn off noise suppression as well, 'cause I think it's screwing up a lot of the stuff I'm doing. Alright, Satsuko, you're still chained to the table, still bleeding from your finger. Ruha, you're still gagged. That was very dangerous. I think he suspects something. Get out of here while you can. Satsuka, are you alright?
Still bleeding a bit, but I should be fine.
It seems like Ernulfus is a puppet, but Asken, he knows something. I can tell.
Are those light sources on the table or on the roof?
They're on the table.
Oh. What are they exactly?
Lanterns.
Are they open fire? Oh, never mind.
Alright. Seems... I'm in for a reward. Found myself some spies, didn't I? Yeah, you thought I wouldn't notice. You thought I wouldn't catch on. Looks like I'm too smart for you.
I love life sometimes.
He... Is that what you say? I love life.
No, no.
He unshackles Satsuka's leg and instead shackles or manacles her hands behind her back, and will proceed to do the same with every person unless somebody is trying to interrupt the process somehow.
Yes. I'm just kidding.
What? Oh, okay. Oh my god.
Okay.
I was like, sorry. Oh, you scared me, Edward. Come on.
Oh, is he leading us?
Good
Or-
times. Good times.
Right, I'll take it from here. Seems we found ourselves some spies. Yes, sir. Of course. Prisoners, with me. It's time you, Laren scum, got what's coming to you.
Oh, am I the front of the chain?
It would seem so.
Oh no, why they put me in the... Okay, I gotta play the part. I'm just gonna keep stumbling around as I like try to follow the voice.
Okay. I look at this guy with contempt just to fill my role.
Looks pretty smug.
Yeah, I'd go. I look at him like, oh, fucking.
Is this guy leading me?
He is.
Azon.
Guardian angel in this time of pain.
We're just going to teleport Azan to save time.
Teleport us on. I thought teleportation wasn't possible in Riiga.
Alright, by the way, when we're walking around, can I hear people speaking around me? Like, I don't know, in this room or here?
Make a perception check.
Sure. 9.
Not really. There are various sounds around, as you can hear from the music. But there are a lot of doors, like, you see at least 4, 5 doors around you. Various sounds coming from all over the place.
Alright. I assume the stonework here is, like, very different from what we've seen all around.
Looks like
I
it's a
just wanna-
relatively newish building compared to what you guys have been going into lately.
Okay, so it's like white all around, right? Is it white on the walls?
It's pale stone.
Gotcha, okay.
Oh, imagine the awkwardness, like, headphones and sound gone. Just walked by the palisade.
That's not what it is.
Oh my.
Alright.
Stairs.
I'm gonna step up the stairs.
What?
I'm gonna bump my leg into the first one. I'm gonna be like,
Tag. Playing tag.
Um,
Aliens.
gotta drag people up. Don't move.
Height.
wow. They just dove into that wall.
Yes.
After the
Move!
I thought sorry, I wasn't sure. They just slid into that wall. I was.
he's zooming.
Oh, it's because you put them over here. Oh. Are these floors made out of wood?
Holy shit, wait, are these paintings? Wait a second. I'm still in this room.
Yes.
Are these paintings? Wait, what are these paintings of?
People.
Dressed in what kind of...
Similar to the
attire?
captain.
Oh. Looks like a cook or something. Like a bartender.
Move!
Shit, shit.
Oh, we're going around this. I thought this man was important.
Wait, what the fuck? What is this? What's going on here?
Is this the top?
Are these is this candy?
Is this a deck I'm gonna be thrown off?
We're in the street,
Oh my god.
and it's nighttime.
You will recognize the map. I sent my party here once.
Yes.
Oh,
Thanks, Tom Cardos.
We're in the street.
You're in the street.
two separate. We need 2 Steves.
We do.
Kids.
One moment.
Steve 2. If Steve was so good, why wasn't there a Steve 2? Now there is.
Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha.
I'd love to find out where we are exactly.
Okay. Oops, wrong window. The party that just left the judicial hall will be represented by Layax icon.
There's no Steve 2. Aww.
Nice yellow name. By the way, Trey.
Yeah, that's me.
The bazaar is. I would vote for the bazaar also being yellow, since you know, the subway, not the subway, the barrow was taken. From our point of view, I would vote for the bazaar being like overtaken in our minds.
Okay.
I disagree with the bazaar color because the bazaar is still a public place, and the people on the ground don't know what we look like. We evaded them.
I
But,
would say otherwise.
you know,
Since
okay.
like the people in the
Overruled.
barrow. Well, all right.
All right. So
I like to say that everywhere is dangerous.
True, dude. Mark everything yellow, Trey.
this is why I had to switch groups, because as it turns out, timelines are beginning to realign. Now, the group down here, Aylmar and Caleb and Barnaby, you have all noticed behind you, away down the street, but heading towards you, casually, is the Vermeer from what is actually quite a while ago. What is your
Did she roll
response?
another natural 20 to notice us? Did she?
You don't know if
maybe
she's
so.
noticed you. It is nighttime, and it is dark. But
Let's
she's
assume she noticed.
she's heading in your direction regardless.
Let's assume she hasn't noticed us and continue walking casually.
Okay.
She's-
Continuing
We're in the...
at a casual pace in the same direction.
Let's just continue for now.
Oh my god. This could be weird.
I feel like the people in the boat in Jaws.
Dun, dun.
Oh, damn it.
We're gonna reach the gate before he does.
No, the path doubles back.
Yeah.
I never thought that blue hair would be so frightening.
Why is she getting close?
She's walking faster than you. Slightly. So, Caleb and Aylmar and Barnaby coming down the main road that heads up to the palace ward. There is a... This is perfect timing in the music, wow. Marching up in heavy armor, carrying torches and with weapons on display, a couple of palisades with their armor shimmering in the torchlight. They are led by a rather majestic looking man, and they are moving with purpose straight in your direction. And you both see between the palisades there are 4 figures being led with their hands manacled, wrists chained together.
Alright, out of character Alma. Hey Caleb, look, it's the Idiot Brigade.
In character, though?
In character, we probably should attract the attention of the Chief Palisade. Look, I don't want to get stabbed from behind, but can I just... Okay. Really important, dude. How do I attract his attention without him immediately sticking the guards on me?
It's beyond me.
What are you
Well,
doing?
we could just walk up. We could just walk up and say hi.
I'm sure you can. I'm sure.
No, actually, I have an excuse. Yes. I was just going to walk up to him and say to the High Palisar, I was told by the Palisars at the White Castle to catch you.
Is that your idea, or is that what you're doing?
It is my idea,
What
but
are
it's
you
also
doing?
true. I'd approach the High Palisar and
Okay.
try to get his attention. Using my position of privilege because I know how to puff myself up as a nobleman.
All right. You do so. And as far as I know, none of you three are carrying lights, so you're just kind of walking along in the dark. And the High Palisar motions for his men to stop. And he looks at you, and Caleb, you feel a hand on your shoulder. And you are
Wait.
forcefully turned on the spot as the Vermeer woman glances down at you.
She's taller than me. I'm 6'4".
Wait, who's
And then the
shoulder?
Vermeer kisses you.
Whose did I say?
I don't know.
I thought I
Who-
said Caleb.
Say,
Caleb, it
you
was
never
Caleb, yeah.
I
switched
thought I
me-
said Caleb.
I didn't think it was Caleb. Sorry, I just
Oh,
No.
it's Caleb. Okay.
sorry.
Caleb, you're forcefully turned around, and this woman glances down at you, and she says, "Out of my way." Keeps moving past you.
What the fuck?
Trey.
But her gaze was lingering.
Wait, I hate you.
That was amazing. Oh my.
Who are you?
Do I recognize the party behind?
You do.
Hmm?
It's
Would
your
I
friends.
Mm-hmm. I'm with
I'm
them,
gagged, right?
and I'm pointing the person to the people behind him.
The High Palisar immediately looks to where the Vermeer went and watches her walk away further and further.
Yeah, isn't Caleb gonna say anything?
He looks back to the 4 prisoners he has. Can you confirm?
I nod.
Oscar also nods yes.
Did anyone actually bother ungagging Ruha?
Nope. I'm still going strong.
Squint at Aelmar. And I shrug.
Gil? I give a little kick to Edward if he's behind me. I don't know where he is. He should be in front of me. Yeah.
The High Palisar, once the Vermeer is a very good distance away, addresses you, Aylmer. Ah, Lord Ashur, I'm glad I caught you in time. I just need to take these prisoners to the White Castle. Then we can get about our business. This way.
And we'll
Lord.
Lord Ashur. You know what? I'm finally going up in the world. This is cool.
Wait, isn't Lord Ashur the country? I mean, the state, whatever.
I don't care.
That's Ashur.
Well,
He said Ashur.
Okay.
I'm taking my newly gained noble title and running with it.
And they
Nice.
march in silence.
Or do we?
This is the first time I felt safe since the 18 months finished.
Music is on point today.
It is, isn't it? You guys doing anything as we walk?
No, is
Can
is
I-
Caleb is Caleb not gonna mention the Vermeer? What's that?
I'm
Well,
going
I
to.
think everyone sees the Vermeer.
No, I
Right?
don't think so. We don't. Did we? Because Trajan
Yes.
didn't.
She
shouldn't
walked
see
right
it.
past you. She
Oh,
wasn't
shit, so
hiding.
we just saw her easily.
She pushed her way
I'm
past
gonna-
Caleb and walked past the whole group.
Alright, I didn't think it was gonna be so easily visible. Then can I retroactively
It's
say
a wide
something
open
about that,
street.
or like-
What do you want to say?
Okay, okay. Gesture
Please
at
do.
Caleb and like go. "Mm."
Good luck, Caleb.
Sorry, what?
I don't. Yeah, good question.
Wait, what?
Ruha just
I
mumbled
gestured
at you.
Caleb, and I mumbled at you. Yes.
Do I know? Do I know what he says? Can I do a check on
Insight
that?
or perception, actually. It's just talking.
Well then, he just said 5.
Don't know.
Five-
Could be Eber. Could
Not
be
more-
Berber.
not more than 3 minutes back in the party, Ruha, and I'm already wishing you'd actually gotten yourself killed back there.
Ruha?
Wow.
Why are you
Well,
saying my name, Ruha?
Whatever. Okay.
I will be. Can I do a perception check just to check the people following me,
Sure.
other than the Palisades and the party?
Go
Why
ahead.
Has no one mentioned... I'm just curious. Okay.
14.
Oh man!
You see her. Quite a way down the street.
Oh, god damn it. Why?
Why don't you guys tell someone?
Currently Lord. I'll mention something to Lord Assurance, like I've always been terrible at bluffing. I'll say to the High Palisar. It's been too long since we spoke, High Palisar. We have mutual friends. It's a shame we don't. We have mutual friends that are closer than we normally expected them. It's a shame we don't run into each other more often.
He just kind of nods at you.
Can you ungag me? Please, Trey. Will the gods come and ungag me? I beg of you.
Roll religion. I don't know.
Can I create an Ikana? I've given up. prayer.
Make a religion check.
No, that would not make sense.
Can I pray to Garuk? I'm just joking. No.
Again.
Again? What? No. I haven't prayed to Garuk already.
Hard to turn the party against
Oh.
itself.
Okay, wait. Who's seeing the Vermeer, by the way? Who at this point is? noticing
Well,
that
no one
she's
else did any perception to look for anything, so only Amar who looked around.
All right.
I'm still blind.
Yeah, even though
So,
100% of the people around you know that you're not.
Listen, I'm pretty sure almost none of you know, besides maybe those in the jail, okay?
And you reach the steps up to the White Castle.
I'm gonna stumble on these steps.
Really? He's that committed to the bit. Edward, we don't want to die even for 5 seconds when we get inside.
They just pull you up, they don't care. And as you reach the portcullis, it is opened for the High Palisar, and you are taken inside the gates to a part where the path has a wall between you and the city, so you are now pretty much out of view. All 6 of you have hessian bags pulled over your heads. And you hear the High Palisar say, "Just play along."
This doesn't change the big.
all right.
Edward can probably actually see more.
See more.
this sudden appearance of Beg?
So,
Wait a minute. Is Barnaby with us?
no.
7.
He's not?
No.
Oh, there's
He's,
a cat.
he split off at some point.
Okay.
There is a cat. So, the 6 of you, with your entourage, make your way up out of sight. You can tell you're outside for a few minutes. You hear various heavy things moving, portcullises, doors, and eventually you hear a heavy door closed behind you. And it's a little warmer in here. There's no wind. Judging by the echoes, it sounds like it's indoors. You hear various fires sputtering around the place. You hear guards talk and whisper nearby. Various voices. You're taken straight ahead and then guided to the right again, down a couple of steps, further on,
Where's the bottle stairs?
to the left, and down more steps. And down here,
Those ones too.
it smells kind of damp. It feels claustrophobic. You can tell you're going underground. All the echoes of everything are very short and sharp. You don't hear the noises of surrounding guards anymore. Even through the Hessian bag, there isn't a lot in the way of light except for what the palisades are carrying on them. And eventually, one by one, the bags are taken off your head. And you find yourselves in some sort of cellar, dungeon type space. This is as far as I can take you. Now, I take it we don't need to talk about who is following us, do we?
No, we
Shake my
don't.
head.
Someone was following us?
Look, is Ruha ungagged at this point? I just feel like we should have covered that.
Well,
I'm gagged.
you're all, the manacles are all unlocked and removed, so you can ungag yourself.
Okay.
Do you know why she's here?
She works for the mayor. She's been looking for you. Diligently.
We have.
But not diligently
Okay.
enough, apparently.
It's only the second time we've seen her in 18 months.
Yes. I've heard some strange stories from your friends. Now, currently we're under the White Castle. Through this doorway, there will be a corridor which takes you to a secret door which leads out near the market. Now, you do understand that I am placing a lot of trust in you all by telling you this information. If there is even an ounce, even a whiff of betrayal from any of you, I'm going to change from your greatest ally to your worst enemy. Are we clear on that?
Crystal.
Understood.
Good. But for now, I would strongly advise, well, some of you look like you've seen better days. This is where we came in. Please don't try to leave. Ask them to get me if you need anything. Down this way, there are accommodations for you, some food that we can spare, and some people you might want to catch up with. Well, if you don't need anything, we'll meet back here. I'll be back in the morning. Otherwise, well, I can't even imagine the last time you've managed to have a good night's sleep.
Thank you. We are eternally grateful.
We'll speak of repayment later. Is Satsuka?
Is Satsuka's finger still bleeding?
No.
Okay.
We'll see you in the morning then.
Just attached to him.
See you.
People that we'd very much like to catch up with. I'm fascinated.
Satsuka, are you okay?
Yeah, for the most part.
You're not bleeding, are you?
Oh, by the way, Satsuka, you're back.
Ah, yes. Thank you for taking that for me.
What happened?
Would Caleb notice her finger by now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Caleb with hug Satsuka. And then also just knock on her head like a bit. Why did you go for the red temple door when, like, you know that you're not going to make it?
Well, I had a plan.
You had a
And-
plan.
Yes.
What exactly?
Hold the Eldasar hostage to get everyone out.
And how did that plan work?
Well, there wasn't really an opportune moment, so I couldn't carry it out too well.
Next
But,
time,
you know,
if that happens, if I leave, I expect you to leave with me.
Alright.
I like angry Caleb.
Yeah.
My friend taught me to take risks, and I've been
Why couldn't
trying to do that.
Why couldn't you have had opinions like this back when we were trying to decide what to do, Caleb? That was out of character.
And your finger, what happened to it?
The sergeant, just cut it off without even giving me a chance to answer any questions.
The sergeant did what?
Cut that part off before I even had a chance to answer his questions.
Can I get a
Caleb,
name?
It was my fault, Caleb. I
Can I
put her
get
in this
an-
situation.
I'll stare at Ruha. You put her in this situation.
I mean, it worked. It got us out, but it meant hurting Satsuka.
Caleb will try to punch Ruha.
I take it. I have 5 health, but I'll take it.
Okay, 1 damage.
Satsuka will intervene.
Let's do a contest. Let's do dexterity between Caleb and Satsuka.
Just straight dex.
Yep.
Is Dex save throws, right?
Not a save, just dex.
Dex.
Yeah.
Just click Dex.
Base dexterity. Ruha takes 1 damage from the punch. It's too quick.
Nice. Caleb's too
Like a
angry.
cobra.
Caleb, we're not going to solve anything by this.
It's fine.
Just
I was-
growling, basically.
I was worried about you all. I'm glad you're all right. For the most part.
Me
What
too.
happened inside? What happened inside the Red Temple?
What didn't happen?
Well, I'm sure there's time to catch up. I'm more fascinated in these people, apparently. I'm more fascinated in these people. That the High Renaissance spoke of.
People.
People who we'd like to catch up with. We left a lot behind. Oh, come on! He's been straight the whole session.
No, he's not.
He crooked
I wasn't
it.
going to mention any. I wasn't going to mention anything because I was really enjoying the fact.
Nice.
He's non-existent. What?
I'll be right back again. Keep talking.
Yes, I'm more fascinated in these people that we're apparently we would like to catch up with, especially for who I think they are.
People.
I believe they're going to be people we missed quite a bit. But Satsuka,
Yeah.
you are Caleb's shinobi, yes?
Shinobi.
Yes.
You're Caleb's PogChamp, right?
Thanks for risking your life for Edward and us, Azan and me.
It's no problem.
Wait a
No,
minute. Did you ever get
friend.
your possessions back?
No.
I don't think
Huh?
they have. Satsuka have a.
Yeah, I lost nothing but 2 short swords that I didn't want.
She has her entire inventory except for those swords.
You would have lost your armor as well.
Yeah, that.
I
But
lost
it's
my
okay.
chain mail. I'm nothing
Trey,
more
did
than
they
a
get
fool.
their possessions back?
Trey is gone.
I'm back
Yeah, but it's-
now.
Okay.
Did they get their possessions back? No.
Now I'm the only person in this party with decency.
Is this
Let's go and
barrel?
see.
Is what?
Let's,
I have sake. I mean, Satsuka has sake.
What's that,
Come, Satsuka.
Alice?
Sake.
Is this barrel broken? Like, are there just planks lying here?
Yeah,
Oh, how long are they?
you can see them.
Then I'll grab one and I'll use it as sort of like a seeing cane.
Okay.
Edward, you can stop pretending now.
I don't know what you mean.
Ilma, you know how futile it is to confront him about this. Just let him have it.
Without
Oh, Edward,
us,
come,
this
I'll help
is-
you. I hold him by the hand. I
No.
mean, not the hand. No, wait, what's it called? Jeez.
As you all
Fold
come
the
into
arm
the
around his
room,
arm.
eventually,
Please, I don't need help. Just go on and help me.
Fine.
The room.
Tune in for episode 31. The party tries to find another pair of glasses.
Pavel stands up. Never in my life have I seen a more reckless and negligent display.
That's fair.
What were you thinking?
I can tell you what I was thinking.
Don't bother. I don't think anything you could say would make an inkling of sense to me. I have spent all this time remaining undetected, and I suppose I should just be grateful you didn't barge your way toward me. Then everything would have come undone. But, Brother Edward, honestly, he sits down again. Given the attire of 4 of you, you've spent some time in the prison, haven't you?
Yes, but not much.
I see. It's only been a day since it happened. Did you see many people there?
Well, we saw Captain Eskin and Sergeant, what's his name?
I mean the
Adolphus.
prisoners.
Oh, we were able to come across Solorente, the Venkus.
Lorente is still alive. This gives me hope. Who else is there?
We didn't see anyone else in the prison, in the cells.
Remember all the people he mentioned in his interrogation?
Oh, yes.
The chief?
Well, shit, yeah. Well, the sergeant did mention some people that he had that were related to us. He told us that they spoke, however truthful that may be. He told us that he had Tillich, an ex-brother.
The corrupted one. Yes. Speaking of Hennick, we think we know where he is. It seems the High Palisar is interested in helping, but unfortunately, I don't think he sees Hennick as a particularly useful resource at this stage. I think he's more focused on the mayor and his allies. But we'll talk more about it in the morning. There's someone else who would be dying to see you.
Please be Doral.
Yeah. They mentioned there were multiple people here.
Ah, yes, Sergeant Doral.
He's fine?
I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. That day I was sent to the market. I managed to locate where they left his body. He was killed by the one known as 12. Perhaps you've heard of them.
Just to clarify, 12 and the Vermeer are different people, right?
12 and who?
Okay. The Vermeer.
Yeah, as far as you know.
I thought you'd say something like that. Yeah, cool. I'm sorry to hear that, Doral was a good man.
He was. There is a lesson to be learned here, and that lesson is that we must be extraordinarily careful who we tell what. The High Palisar is aware of the corruption, but isn't letting on that he is. This is the most dangerous thing. I, too, am aware, have been for some time. There is little I can do but watch and wait. Other than that, friends are quite hard to find in these times. Make the most of what you have. That's my advice. Now, plenty of time for reminiscing later. On you go. She's waiting for you.
Excellent.
Elmar's.
She.
Is this a set of stairs or a crate?
Stairs up.
presuming I'm going through here, not up the stairs.
Stumble.
Can we check that one first?
Hello.
Lying on the bed, facing away, seemingly asleep, is a girl of maybe 17, 18, but small, with blonde hair much like yours. She seems to be asleep.
I'm going to turn back to the party and speak slightly quieter. Would you mind if I did this alone?
Sure, let's give him some space.
Why does Arn can't hurt you?
Long as Arn can't hurt you, he doesn't exist.
Where's Lazan going?
I'm going to sit down and wait.
Azan
I'm
is
not gonna wake up.
going into bed.
Okay.
There was one last room that we didn't check. Oh, go there.
Oh. Everything
you
went
doing?
that way. I mean, sight. Oh, my sight is gone.
Yeah,
Ah.
sure.
You're going to take care of what the party is doing with their time. Do you mind if I
Yeah.
step away for just 2 minutes to take care of something like the keyboard?
Go ahead.
Can I pray
For what?
anything listening?
Okay. What do you want to say?
Help.
Make a religion
Help
check.
me.
And let me delete this message from chat. Hey guys,
Oh,
want to
the
become
bot message.
famous?
But big follows not come.
True. What am I thinking? How do I delete it? Oh no, I have to ban them. Ban. There we go. Alright. 12.
Yeah.
Edward, it's been a while since you've felt this. You didn't really notice that your prayers even had a sort of response until you lost that response and then heard it again.
Back.
Something tells you that the child God is watching.
Ah.
No, stop. You'll make it weird.
Why do you look so happy?
Yeah.
Everything is better now.
I don't see it's better. I see it's worse.
Sure it is, Edward.
Everything will be better now.
Is this a chest?
Nah, it's chest. What's in the chest?
It's locked.
It's
I'll
either
open it
right,
and then get
actually.
corruption.
It's a test. Alright, I'm gonna go to Aelmar and Marby.
Asuka here.
Stairs.
I can
I'm
smell
just
you.
going to... Pardon?
I can smell you. You stinky.
I'm glad to hear things haven't changed.
I hate you.
You hate me?
Why did you leave?
You know, I can understand.
You said
why
you would
hate
come
me.
right back. You went down. Nobody heard anything from you.
You're in quite a right mind to hate me. I'm not sure how to explain it. Would you like me to tell you the truth as far as I understand it?
No, I'm not done. You didn't come out. An old man comes in. He's out there. He smells funny too. He came in looking for you. We said, oh, you went down into the monster tunnel. He went down to look. He saw glowing men. We think, oh, maybe they all died and become glowing men. So they seal the tunnels. Then Windbrand says, oh, we have to move. And he said to me, I need to take Henrik away. I take him away. The Vermeer finds the bottle. Windbrand is captured. They executed him. The slavers take over the bottle. I take Henrik to a little tavern. People who got out of the bottle before it was taken over. Henrik and I stay there a while. Even the metal man was there. He said he was a friend as well. He looked after us. And then he went missing. And Henrik said he couldn't do studies, he needed more books, so he went to the market. I went with him. And then people recognized us, and I ran, and the slavers have Henrik. So I went. I looked for help. I went to the people in charge, a fat man in the manor. I saw him at a distance, but it smelled bad, smelled wrong. So I kept looking. I find the man in the shiny armor. And I smell him, and he doesn't smell bad. And he's important man, he's powerful man. And I have no other option. And I tell him, and he doesn't believe me, so you know, for you, I snitch on my own mother. I get her locked away to find more friends to help. So they caught my mother, put her in prison. They've been looking for her for a long time. She's killed a lot of people.
Oh.
And still I wait and I wait. And you didn't show. And then they say I have to live down here where it's safe. And the only man who comes to see me is the old man. He's... I don't like him very much. You said you were my brother. Why did you leave?
I didn't want to.
أنا كسرت دفع وتأخذ كده. Why did you leave me, brother? I hate you.
And you're right to hate me. Because I did something that no brother should ever do. And that was to leave you behind. I'm not going to expect you to stop hating me. But I'm going to tell you what happened after we went down into those tunnels one last time. And then, at the very least, I can give you one thing. At least you'll understand, or at least you'll know what happened to me. And that's all I can give you. Together with my biggest apologies. We went back down into the tunnels.
Wait.
We wanted...
Let me see if I care.
Let me see if I can.
Rolls die.
Rolls dice. Is it emotional right?
Okay, I listen.
We went back down into the tunnels. We wanted to make sure that there were no more of those centipedes. And yes, there were locked off places of the tunnels, and we made sure there was nothing behind those. We found another way. We found a brief entrance into the slave rings and made sure that door was barricaded, that it couldn't be opened. And we burnt the egg sacs so that no more of the centipedes could be born. And then we faced the last door, a ladder up into those tunnels with the purple men. And we faced the purple men, and we struck them down. Satsuka is here as well. One of the other aldermen. She was corrupt. She took some corruption as well. You can see it in her.
Less words,
And-
faster.
Yes, sorry. Then we decided, if this is where the burrow is, we don't want any more of those things to be here. We looked around further, found enchanted water from some ancient magic. And then we found some sort of magic circle, and then... Look, this is out of character. Personally, if I'd have been there role-playing as Almar in that session, I would have been against the activation of that circle.
Mm-hmm.
Is that fair?
Yeah. I think
The others, they thought...
the way I saw it, the only reason Alma went in it was so that they didn't do it alone, so that you were at least part of what happened.
The others found this magic circle, and they decided to investigate it, and I didn't want it to be touched, but I couldn't let them go alone in case it... I didn't want to see them die either. Ever since I left home, I seem to bond myself to people. And the circle activated, and we saw visions of life and of death, and of angels and of demons and of winged kings, and strange things I've never seen before. And then we woke up in the tunnels again. And we came back, and we came out, and they were walled up, and we broke down the walls, and we came out into a burrow that had been taken over by slavers. And we snuck past them, and we came out into the bazaar. We
Wait,
talked to a guard.
What? What? How long are you... How long... What?
Whatever happened in that magic circle, it knocked us out and took us out of the world all of our foodstuffs would perished. Whatever happened, we were knocked out for 18 months. And the world ticked on above us. It was 6
What?
days ago.
Bahudungere, you liar.
Yes, you're quite right to call me a liar. I don't believe it sometimes myself.
Do a
But the
persuasion
world
check.
ticked- Oh, come on. Please, can I reroll that? Please. Please.
Why?
I really want to repair this relationship. I'm actually invested in information.
At this point in the story, she turns physically away from you. I'm done listening.
You're a cruel man, Grayson.
It's the bye.
I'm tired. Go.
I'm sorry.
Just go.
The others went up here.
Yes. What are you guys doing?
Ilma, how did the talk go?
Go. Leave me.
Alright. Edward, you go to that bed.
It's fine. I can't sleep right now.
Right, sleep next to Ozan.
I can't sleep right now.
Edward, you need some sleep. Come on, where are you going?
I'm just gonna head off this way. Don't
The way Caleb will want to use his only spell slot to cast cure wounds.
Mm-hmm.
2 sets, so to make her feel a bit better.
Go ahead.
Oh.
That's an
There
8.
you go.
Just check the description, see if there's any modifiers on that as well. I think last time you missed the modifier.
Did I?
8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. So that should be in the top right of your spells list.
Top right of my spells list?
Yeah. It should be a plus something modifier.
Hang on.
You looking at your spells?
Yeah, I'm looking at my spells. Where is
Top right, spell attack bonus.
3.
So 6 plus 3.
That's a 9.
So that's going to get 9 hit points back.
Alright. Thank you, Caleb. I don't think I ever told you this, but if anything is ever to happen to me, I'd like you to take my bag. I'm not sure if you'd ever run into this man or not, but I have an old friend back from Tamania, said he'd plan on visiting Benevis sometime or another. And if you ever did run into him, I'd like you to give my stuff to him if anything happens to me, so I can bring my sword back to my parents.
Don't say that. Nothing's going to happen.
I know, I'm just saying in case.
Nothing. Okay?
And
just sleep. Just sleep now.
Okay. But just so you know his name, he goes by either Shadowfall, or if he uses his real name now, the name is Dredgenure.
Shadowfall.
Yep.
Okay. Sleep. Sleep now. You need your strings back.
Alright. And Satsuko will go to sleep.
Edward and Riiga, what are you guys doing?
Edward, do you need solitude? Are you going to pray?
Yeah, I need solitude. Haha. My name's not Edward. Haha.
I can join you if you like.
Ha 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 ha. Just get some rest, buddy. Pal.
Okay, I'll be waiting for you.
Don't know how I feel about that. How comfortable does this chair look?
It looks pretty average as far as wooden chairs go.
You think someone could sleep in it?
You probably wouldn't get a long rest from it. You need a certain level of comfort to actually get a long rest.
Of course, of course. This box here. What is it?
Table.
Does it look like it's table? Oh.
Yeah.
Even better. Does that does it look comfortable?
Lying down on stone or wood or the bare ground is probably not going to get you a full night's rest.
Right. Right.
Stop being special. Just stop being special. Please.
I don't trust this dark room. Are those cushions or are those chairs?
The chairs.
Ah, dang it. Alright, let's try our luck. This dark room. Pitch black. Spooky. Okay, there's a box there. Spooky, spooky. Ooh. Oh, that's just barrels.
Is it? Roll initiative.
Yeah.
Jokes.
No. Oh, that's all that's in this room. Are you kidding me? Is there anything in this crate?
Can't open it.
Ah. Ah. Maybe if I cast mine.
Unless you have a bedroll or something, those beds are your only option.
Don't say that. You know I have nothing.
Edward, please for once in your existence take the easy option and sleep on the darn bed. You're nearly dead. Just need the rest.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Elmar in my head.
While Edward plunders around, I'll be right back real quick.
I'll be honest, I am not emotionally coping with this situation. Either is I mean, Almar is more effective, but I'm also very upset about this.
Understandable.
Yeah.
That was rough, yeah.
Welcome to the world.
Shut up, Edward. This is your fault.
It is all your fault.
Voices in my head. I
It's
don't
your
hear
fault.
you. I don't hear you.
You're the man who's supposed to make religious interjections about activating pagan symbolism underground.
I don't listen to the voices anymore. I don't listen to the voices anymore.
You were the one who got it into this situation.
I hate you all so much, but mostly Edward and his aunt.
Get out of my head. Get out
Hey,
of my head.
at least it's not me. I mean, Caleb.
Honestly, in terms of how much Alma respects you all, it goes from the top down. Caleb, Satsuka, Ruha, Azan, Atlas.
Hey, Caleb's a good boy.
Wow. Why'd you
It's
use
very
my
telling
real
of how
name?
much. Mostly because I don't know. Mostly because Atlas, I don't know where you end and Edward begins.
Edward, what are you doing?
I guess I'm sleeping in the spot. There's not really anywhere else unless I could sleep on. No, that doesn't make any sense.
You generally don't make any sense, brother.
Can I hear him just outside? throttling something.
When he's a little closer, you might hear echoes of footsteps.
Is there anything in these barrels?
I mean, you'd have to break them open to look.
Break them?
Barrels are normally sealed items.
They're sealed.
Yeah, that's the point of a barrel. to seal something away.
Vandalism.
I should be able to hear his planks though, right?
How distraught does Elmar seem right now? Or Aelmar?
Elmar. Would you like to know how distraught Elmar is?
Yes.
Elmar is literally just sitting on the bed, lying on the bed, I should say, just looking like he just doesn't have anything left. like he's been holding himself together since his 18-month thing, and like the one thing he was holding out for has sort of left him.
Emotionally scarred. Not scarred. Emotionally spent.
Emotionally spent. He just looks empty.
What kind of clothes? What's the material of Caleb's clothes?
Wait, why?
Is it fleecy?
What will
Look,
be?
okay, look, Edward. Almar is not going to react if you walk into this room unless you try to speak to him. So you can come in here and sleep in the slightly more well-lit chamber if you really want. Out of character. There.
No, I mean,
Just don't talk to me.
Right, what will Caleb's clothing material be?
is it like the usual, or is there some fleece on there? Come on,
Is Trey still gone?
Trey might.
What are you asking me?
Edward was trying to ask what Caleb's clothing material is.
You're looking for wool?
Yeah, fleece, wool, the good stuff.
I don't think you're gonna... Not a great chance of finding wool in a place like this. You'd have to go out of your way to actually, like, go to, like a market or something like that.
Dang it. A market. No one's.
I've never been
go to bed.
I've never been less in the mood for Azan Edward shenanigans. Please just go to bed.
Edward, please just go to bed. It's late.
You cast, yeah?
Wait, what?
You can you magic? Set?
If you don't go into a bed when I count to 5, there will be consequences.
There's nothing left to
1,
lose anymore. Do you magic,
2,
Caleb?
3,
Caleb, that's
And-
not gonna work.
and he balls up his fist. 4,
Caleb, I'm just asking a simple question here.
5, and I try to knock him out.
What the fuck? I stopped him. No way. Holy shit.
How do you stop him? Pull Edward away?
Alright.
Yeah, I pull him out of the way.
I don't know what it is,
Dexterity contest
but whatever.
between Riiga and Caleb.
17.
That's a save, but it's probably the same.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the same.
Why is it advantage? 17 either way.
17 and 17. This means that Caleb's
Caleb.
punch
modifier?
hits, which is 1 damage. Edward is unconscious.
Oh my
And
god.
in case that would drag
I
him
don't-
to bed.
I don't know what the most vile word in Celeru is, but I'm using it now. I'm just gonna say, please just stop this nonsense.
A vile word. I mean, it's fun to just call them Anakasaritsa.
Anakasaritsa. Then, what does that actually translate to?
Just
DM me.
calling them... Oh, okay, sure.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah, you might want to keep hold of that one.
Yes. you actually text me the celery for it as well?
The what?
What I would actually say in celery, like how I would
Oh.
Anaka, so that stuff.
That.
All right. Yep. Thank you, Trajan. This is the greatest gift. I almost actually I nowhere near forgiving you, but this goes some way towards repaying you for that.
I'm just the
Really
narrator.
emotionally tense
So,
situation.
wait, so Edward, is
Edward, make a death save roll. Death
No,
save.
it wasn't lethal. He's just unconscious.
Yeah.
Caleb.
Bed.
All 6 of you, willingly or unwillingly, find a bed, settle in for the night, and begin with varying degrees of emotional turmoil the night's rest. And that's where the session ends.
You're really committed to the bit, Edward. Like, if there's one thing I can't fault for, it's commitment to this character. He's a colossal idiot, but is a very committed colossal idiot. So well done.
Alright. People on Twitch, that's today's episode, session, whatever, same thing. It's pretty likely that next week and the week after we might be taking a break from this for a variety of reasons. We might have one session that time, but I'm not sure at this stage. Could be, we might be missing anywhere between 1 and 3 sessions. So you'll be notified, of course, as long as you guys all follow the channel, winky face, and subscribe if you want more. If you want to be entertained by these characters slowly being emotionally destroyed, then encourage us. Chuck us a subscription, and you'll get more of it. We're going to do it anyway, but you know. Alright, we're done for today, so friends and watchers, I'll see you all next week. Or
We look at the same
in a few
ceiling.
weeks. No, there's no we look at. We're going to end with just the ambient rumbling of this underground dungeon.
We look at the same roof.